Star Wars Celebration 3. Never will you find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review. This time something a little different. Something I should have done a long time ago. Star Wars figures. That's right, and to kick it off, let's do it right. Let's start with Celebration figures. So Celebration 2 and Celebration 3. And what's really special about these figures, they're from the conventions that were in my hometown of Indianapolis. Now, if you might have noticed in the background, I actually keep some figures on my wall, and that's where these figures actually sit normally. So unlike my other toy reviews, these are not going to be coming out of the package, mainly because of their historical and personal and collectible value to myself. So sit back, let's take a look at these great figures, and I hope you enjoy it. Alright, so the first figure I want to talk about is Jorg Sacul. He's from Celebration 2. Now, unfortunately, I was not able to attend either of the Celebration conventions. I happened to be working at the time, and on one of them I was out of state, and the other I believe I was out of country. So, while I did not get to attend the conventions, it was really fun when people were coming into town. I could remember people dressed up like stormtroopers walking around, the 501st Stormtrooper Division walking around. I remember seeing, you know, Princess Leia's and the different aliens and Jedi, and it was just a really fun time. And then, of course, I didn't get to go, which is unfortunate. I really wish I could have gone. I didn't actually get to pick the figures up until a few weeks ago, actually. And I picked this one up first, and I picked Vader up second. One of the comic book stores that I've been frequenting probably for well over 20 years is going out of business. The Comic Carnival on the south side of Indianapolis in the Greenwood area is has now folded up, and they've closed the store. Economics plus high rent in a strip mall, they just couldn't stay open. It wasn't viable for them, unfortunately, so they had to shut down. The good news, they had some really good sales, and before the comic book store went under, they had 40 to 60% off all their backstock items. And for me, that meant I got to pick up some really nice Star Wars figures. So the Celebration figures were on the grabs for me. And this figure had been in their case for years. I've been seeing it in there for years. And they had it listed for about $75. And I ended up picking it up for $40, which to me was very reasonable. So I was very happy to be able to pick it up and add it to my collection. I've actually kind of waned on the Star Wars collection for a while. There have been so many figures flooding the market, and I had the whole Power of the Force collection and a bunch of those figures, and between moves I've lost some of them, and then your collections get so large, every once in a while you have to purge and get rid of a bunch of figures, and then you kind of start building up again, and I'm kind of back in that build-up phase again. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to start right. I'm going to pick up some good figures. I'm going to start with the Celebration figures. Even though I didn't get to go, at least I got the figures that were in the convention in my city. So these particular figures have never left Indianapolis, so that is really awesome. In fact, I live in Greenwood, which is on the south side of Indianapolis, and it's the one county down, and that's probably the farthest these figures have ever traveled. So that's pretty cool, I think. So looking at him, here's the front of the package. This is what he looks like. And you notice I'm doing this a little different because I usually set up a little board and look at the toys and things like that, but I really want to kind of talk about the toy and point things out and really take a look at them. So I mean, they're really special figures to me. So it's on the blue card stock. Alright, and then of course we got the Star Wars, and there he is, little Jorg Sacul, the George Lucas in the X-Wing outfit, and he's got the little tiny, or is he at over here, the little tiny X-Wing that looks like it came with some of the smaller toys. Now, the X-Wing's got a plastic stand that goes in there, of course. George has got his blaster here. They actually make him relatively thin in this, which is kind of complimentary to old George. And they, down here at the bottom, we've got the Star Wars Silver Anniversary, 1977 to 2002. So this figure is what, 10, 11 years old now, almost a dozen years old. And the Celebration 2 logo, Commander Jorg Sacul, Rebel Pilot. Of course, George, they spelled a little different to kind of go with the Star Wars feel on the names, and Sakall is Lucas backwards. So, very cool. Another Hasbro product. And on the back side, here's the back of the figure. Kind of get a close-up here. So, it gives you when the convention happened, May 3rd through 5th, 2002, Indianapolis Convention Center, Indianapolis, Indiana, Star Wars Celebration 2. If you didn't know, Indianapolis is actually one of the larger convention cities in the country and has an international appeal as well. So we get a lot of really good conventions here in Indianapolis, and we were fortunate enough as a city to get this. So on the back, you've got Jorg Sakul's kind of little bio here, and I'll just read that real quick. It says, Commander Jorg Sacul. Among X-Wing pilots, Commander Jorg Sacul is renowned for his inner strength, his ability to remain calm under fire, and it's kind of hard to see, mentoring of younger squadron members. Once a reckless dreamer, his life changed course after a near-fatal crash in his T-16 Skyhopper on his home world of Tatooine. He went off to the academy and emerged as the top pilot in his class and a natural leader. A visionary storyteller, he entertains the pilots in his command with far-flung tales of distant galaxies thousands of years before the Republic. Rumored to be Force-sensitive, many say Sakall would have become a great Jedi if only he had been born in a different time. So, kind of funny, they bring up some, movie-making type stuff, being an entertainer and a storyteller, visionary storyteller, talking about galaxies far away, and they kind of blend a little bit of Luke Skywalker into it, so that's interesting. Now, let's see here, what else, different stuff on here. They've got the join the official Star Wars Club logo and the Hasbro and various other information down here. And then on the bottom of the figure, we've got 10 Jedi Master Points, and it's brought by Hasbro. So, I like this figure. I like how this this particular figure is in a protective case that I'm presuming somebody had gotten from the store and put it in there. It's in a Protecto pack, which I need to get one of these for my other figure here. So that's nice. The figure is in pristine condition. It is absolutely no wear and tear on it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Here on the side bits here, Celebration 2, Rebel Pilot. Absolutely great figure. Love it. Definitely glad to have this in the collection. If you can find one of these figures, if you're a Star Wars fan, if you like the conventions, if you're looking for rare figures, this is definitely one to have. If you got a figure, if you've got one of these, put up a snapshot, talk about the figure. How did you get it? Did you come to Celebration in Indianapolis? Where are you at now? Where did your figure go? And, leave a comment, leave a video message. Definitely a great figure. I'm glad I picked it up. Glad I finally got to be able to share it with you guys, and ready to talk about the second figure. Okay, so here's the second figure I want to talk about. It's the Celebration 3 Darth Vader. Okay, different style than the Jorg Sacul figure. Celebration returned to Indianapolis for the final installment of the Star Wars prequel trilogy. Of course, Revenge of the Sith. So just kind of take a look at the package here. They changed the box style. It's got Star Wars Celebration 3 at the top, and then a fiery kind of background with Vader. Very cool sculpt of Vader. I really like that figure. Celebration 3 down here at the bottom, ages 4 and up, and then of course fire, and then it's got the little information. And then here's what I really, really like about the figure. It actually has some voice commands.
Your journey to the dark side is now complete. Prepare to experience the revenge of the Sith. It is your destiny. The dark Welcome to Star Wars Celebration 3. Never will you find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
So, very cool. I love the addition of the voice box on there. This figure is from, I believe, 2005, so that makes this figure, what, 6 years old? A little less aged than the other one. In fact, what did I say? The other one was 11. That's not right. It's 9 years. So, this is 2011. So, correction on that. I'm sure I'll have a note from somebody on there for that. So on the back side of it, we got a picture of Celebration 3 with Darth Vader there. Now this one does have a little bit of wear back here from, and it's what it's from, the plastic right here, and it's just stress from that plastic back there. So I need to get a protective piece like I have on this one here. And then it's got the explanation of everything on the back of this figure, and then of course the sound box. I'll go over the explanation here in a second. And then it's got a little... here we go. Yoda, a little cartoon Yoda from the Clone Wars cartoons that the guy that made Samurai Jack had done, if you remember those. It says, "Go you will to StarWarsHasbro.com." That's my Yoda. It's not very good. So, and then on the back side here, it says, "Welcome to Star Wars Celebration 3. Star Wars fans like you have come together from around the world to revel in the wonder, imagination, adventure, and sheer fun of this epic space fantasy. Star Wars has thrilled fans of all ages for nearly 3 decades and will continue to captivate future generations with a timeless story of the forces of good triumphing over the powers of the dark side. We also gather at Celebration 3 in anticipation of Star Wars Episode 3, The Revenge of the Sith, the final film of the saga in which the transformation of Anakin Skywalker into Darth Vader will be revealed. And remember, never underestimate the power of the dark side. May the Force be with you." So, there's that there. On the sides of the figure, the flames, kind of like that, how the flame kind of wraps around the figure. Does it on both sides of the case, so that's kind of cool. And then on the bottom side, it's just got some very generic printing. No Jedi Master points here. Maybe some Sith Master Lord of the Sith points, maybe? Sith Lord points? I don't know. But no, it does not have that. And looking, I thought was interesting. I believe that picture on the back of Vader, I believe that's from the original trilogy. I don't think that's something that they've done in the new movie or the making of the new movie. It looks like something from either Empire or Jedi. If you know, let me know. Leave a comment, leave a video. I got a hunch it's either from Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi. So, interesting. Leave a message, leave a comment, leave a video message. So, these are the 2 figures. I'm glad I got to sit down and show you guys. Really glad to have these 2 figures. Really glad they've never left Indianapolis and they're going to stay here. I need to get a case for this one like I've got for this one so I can make sure to keep it in good condition. These are figures very rare for me that I don't take out of the case. But in this situation, I definitely want to leave them in the packaging. I think they look awesome in the packaging. They're just great figures, part of history, part of Indianapolis history, part of the Star Wars history. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Keep on the lookout for future Star Wars toy reviews. I've got a few vehicles I got to bring out and show you, ladies and gentlemen. And look out for other DVD reviews and Blu-ray 3D movie updates, all kinds of good stuff. So, thanks for watching. Have a great week, and remember, may the Force be with you.